Hey, Chowhound, it's Joey Skladany, and welcome to Take 5. This is an opportunity for us to take 5 minutes out of our day to ask 5 questions with someone special in the hopes that we can spotlight people, places, and things that need a little extra love during quarantine. And my guest today just happens to be one of my favorite people ever. He is my cousin-in-law after all, and that is Chris Kirkpatrick from NSYNC. So hi, Chris.
Hi, little cuz. What you doing, Joey?
Just hanging in there, same old, losing my mind.
Can't even imagine. Are you by yourself?
I am all by myself. It's just a story of my life, single-dom.
Well, I didn't mean single. I just meant by yourself in quarantine.
Well, it applies to many aspects of my life. I feel like I've quarantined myself from society since 1987. So.
You need a cat.
I do, but I'm allergic.
Yeah, so's my wife. That's why we'll never get a cat.
Well, let's jump right in. Obviously, Nashville is known for their amazing music, but also their amazing food. And I'm sure you are craving some specific dishes or restaurants. Where's the first place you're going to eat when all of this is over?
Martin's Barbecue. Definitely Martin's Barbecue. That's one of our favorite spots. Every time there's a couple of them in Nashville, and one of them's only, the area we're in, it's only like a few miles from us, and we like to get that to go. And it's an amazing spot. I love barbecue. I especially love like sausage and like brisket. So they've got the best in town, I think.
Awesome. Now, what have you been snacking on in quarantine? Is there like a pantry product that you absolutely can't live without?
Beef jerky. I make homemade beef jerky. So wife goes out and gets a couple pounds of top round. I take about a day or two and put together a big bag of beef jerky, and we try to make it as healthy as possible. So, I think if I didn't have my beef jerky, I'd go a little crazy.
Are we going to get your special recipe, or do you have it did you steal it from a chef?
No, I don't think it's really a special recipe. It's just how I make it. The only difference is, I like to marinate it. Instead of soy sauce, we use that special, like it's called amino acid something.
Coconut aminos, yeah.
Maybe that's what it is.
Is there maybe a small business in your area that you kind of feel like needs some extra love and attention during these difficult times?
Actually, there is. They're actually really good friends of ours. Across the street, they've got a business. They do a pop-up shop, and she actually sells it online. And they've got a big RV that goes around. It's called 32 Thoughts Boutique, and it's like women's clothes. And Carly's always gone and supported, and we buy a lot of stuff around Christmas time and around the holidays from them. But I think they do some jewelry and stuff. But they're just a little mom and pop shop, and really good friends of ours. And this has been tough on everybody, but I'm sure especially on them.
Yeah, we'll definitely be sure to include them and give them a shout. We love obviously supporting these smaller businesses who, we feel like a lot of the bigger ones are getting all the attention, especially with these stimulus packages. So anything we can do to help people out. Who's been helping you out during this time? Is there someone that maybe you're following on social media who's been either giving you information or just entertainment during your life in quarantine?
Amazon. I think the coolest thing about this is, to me, I'm not a big, there's nothing really online. There's no TV. There's no movies that I really do. I've been reading a lot, but I think the connection with other people, like I've got a bunch of little groups that like to get together, and we'll have Zoom parties or FaceTime parties, or, there's a bunch of little chats that are going on that everybody sends, everybody jokes all the time, and kind of keeps everybody's spirits up. Because when you asked the question, I was thinking about it, and I was like, there's really nothing, that I look up other than, if I'm on the internet, it's either a video game or Amazon. But, as reaching out to people, it's definitely all these little chats and ways of, my family's on one, the Skladany's are on one. I've got friends on one. I've got other friends on one. We've got the guys in the band on one. And, tonight we're even, me and the guys in the band, we get together and do a little FaceTime drinking night with our significant others. And it's almost like the five of us are more in touch during this than we've ever been, before. So I just think it's important to have that connection with people rather than a certain place I go to watch things.
Isn't it funny how something like a pandemic can really bring us closer together?
And that it is funny. And I think you always should be aware, something I always heard as a motto was, when you have friends, how like if you live in a town and you leave and, those friends are still there and you're in another town now, always remember the people that reach out and keep reaching out. There's a reason, you meant something to them or whatever. And, especially in this time, keep remembering who it was that reached out to you, because those are the important people. And those are the people that in a time of crisis or in something like this are the people that really care about you. So, I kind of put that to heart and reach out to as many people as I can as well.
Makes a lot of sense. And obviously family is a huge component. And I know you are a super busy guy. I guess I'm more privy to your schedule than others, but you're always on the go, always traveling. How has it been being now this full-time parent to Nashie? And do you have any tips for anyone else going through the same situation who maybe they're drinking a little extra wine at night before they're putting their kids to bed?
Yeah, I'm sure liquor sales are up a lot over this pandemic or whatever's going on. But there's really nothing different because luckily, my job is either from home or I'll go out for a weekend or for a night or whatever. So, I get to spend a ton of time with that kid. And, it makes now it's a lot different because instead of just getting to spend time with him, now I'm also having to keep him entertained because I can't take him to the zoo, can't take him to Chuck E. Cheese. I can't take him to the places that he likes to go. And it's hard to explain to a 2-year-old, why he can't do these things. Now since the parks are even off limits, he can't even go to the park. So this morning we took him on a big nature walk. I've been building all sorts of stuff around the house. We made some boxes that I, drew stop signs and red lights on that he can crash his little car through. Last night we made a little toilet paper tube, couple dragons with fire coming out the end of it. And, we paint, we color, we try to keep him very, with his eyes on what's going on around him and also learning. There's a lot of apps on his game things that we'll play together, and I try to keep him real focused on the learning part of it and understanding that even though he can't see all his friends, there's still a lot to do.
Yeah, makes sense. Well, thank you so much for joining us. Everything that Chris said, or all the businesses he mentioned, and hopefully that jerky recipe will be on Chowhound. So you'll definitely be able to find that on Chowhound in an article. And for now, stay safe, stay healthy, and bye.
I see what you did there.